Okay, using Django systems here. Understood? Slowly, slowly, you will understand how to do the rest of the things. So what I've done here is, let me go to my Anaconda. But before that one, so this is the data set. Hope all of you can see the data set here. Okay, so this is the pregnancy time. Okay, so sometimes what happens that during the pregnancy time there may be chances of having diabetes. I think you are familiar with this, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, during the pregnancy, humans will face this problem. Okay, diabetes during pregnancy time they'll have the chances of diabetes also. So our job is to predict the diabetes during the pregnancy time. Understood? So this is the data set and these are the features. Pregnancies. Okay, when it comes to pregnancies, number of children cycles, glucose contents, blood pressure, skin thickness. Okay, insulin, BMI. BMI stands for body mass index. That is nothing but the weight of the body. Okay, diabetes, pressure. Okay, so all this data you will get from the lab. Even the age also. Okay, age, and this is going to be my target function. Whether the client is suffering from diabetes or not. 1 means yes, 0 means no. Understood? So hope you are clear with this. This is a very clean data, and I have around 700 records, I guess. 700 plus records I have, 760 records I have. Clean data. Okay, you can download directly from Kaggle, or if you want, I can provide this the data set. Understood? So I don't want to focus more on this area. Okay, instead of focusing more on how to deploy the machine learning model. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so instead of focusing more on how to deploy the model. Okay, so shall we start, participants?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So let me try to quickly. I'll try to explain this, the program. This is the same thing how we did in the last previous sessions. Okay, same thing I'm following here also. Along with this, okay, so I'm going to use two more library called Pickle and Joblib. Most important is Joblib. If you want to convert your machine learning model to machine learning programs to model, okay, so you use Joblib. Okay, so rest of the things are same. Pandas, matplotlib, numpy. Understood? So let me run this quickly. I'll try to execute this. Next, I'm loading that CSV file, diabetes file. Understood? So next, you know this. Okay, read underscore CSV diabetes. Next is data head. Okay, to display the 5 records. But in this case, have a look on this. So some of the records, if you check here, skin thickness, insulin. Okay, having 0, right? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
These are having zeros. So that means it should not be a 0. So I need to replace this one by mean value. Okay. So that we are going to do here. So, but before that one, let's try to take the try to check the shape. Data dot shape. There are 768 records, 9 features are available. Okay. Data is null. If you want to check whether the data null values are available or not. Okay. You can use this data is null dot value dot any. Understood? False. There is no null value. If you want to check the sum individual by feature wise, so you can run this code. Data dot is null dot sum. Understood? Since I have this many features here, okay, so all the features are uh, I have the clean data. Okay, there is no null data here. Understood? Hope you are clear with this. Any doubt, participants?
Clear, sir.
So now next most important thing is checking whether the data is balanced or imbalanced data. Understood? So since if you can run this, outcome is my target function dot okay value underscore count should type. Okay, so value underscore count. Okay, try to segregate the data, classify the data in terms of 0 and 1. So as far as 0 is concerned, I have 500 records. 1 is concerned, I have 268 records. So in the ratio 1:2, I have the data here. Understood? So I can say that nearly 60% I have one data, two data, and 40% I have the false data. Understood? We can go with this data. We can design the model, but I recommend you to perform a smart operation. Smart in the sense, okay, try to equalize the data. So that means I have 0, 500 and 268 record related to 1. Understood? Now next, let's try to correlate the data. Correlation. Okay, the relationship between the features here. Have a look on this. So what I have done here is Seaborn I'm using, matplotlib. Okay, Okay, so this is the method if you want to check the correlation between the data here. Understood? Data dot correlation. Since my data is stored in the variable called data here. So this is how we are converting into pictorial representation or visualization. Have a look on this data. If you check this data, run this one. Okay, run this code. If you check this data, hold on, it's executed. Any doubt, participants? I don't want to repeat. Okay, same thing. Yeah, same. I'll share this file. Okay, don't worry. The main intention is to teach you how to deploy the model. So have a look on this. If you check here, pregnancy, okay, pregnancy with other features. Let's say pregnancy with, have a look on this. Somewhere 35. Have a look on this. Age. Can you see this? Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Age. That means age factors a lot here. Here 50%. If I can expect more accuracy if I have more age data here. And age also factors a lot. Okay, when the number of the age is how the age of the woman is increasing, the chances of diabetes during the pregnancy time also increases. Hope you are clear. You can see, okay, clearly, okay, I can analyze here from the correlation or this visualization graph, okay, nearly 54%, okay, so age factors when it comes to diabetes, okay. So next in the same way, glucose, have a look on the glucose with respect to other features like 26% age, but okay, so in the same way glucose. Okay, so as far as glucose is concerned, 33% insulin. Have a look on this. Insulin. Okay, so insulin factors a lot here. So that means that means we can predict more accuracy in this. Glucose with respect to insulin. And they are dependent on each other. Okay, so similarly correlation we can have a more correlation here. But if you check highest correlation we are getting from age versus the pregnancy, that is 50% of the correlation it gives. Okay, as per my data. So even if you want to check by numerical value, you can check by numerical values also. Let me check here. Have a look on this. Age versus pregnancy. It gives around 54. That means 55% of a correlation. Okay, so this is a main concern here. Okay, I need to focus. We have to focus more on this, the features. Okay, to predict diabetes using machine learning algorithm. I hope you are clear with this. Any doubt? Any doubt, ma'am? Sania? Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Hello? 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 Audible? Okay. So next is, hold on. So next is, okay, data head. So when it comes to data head, okay, so these are the record. Now I have to clear this. So whatever the zeros we have here, okay, so I need to clear the zeros. To clear the zeros, what I'm going to do is, okay, I'll try to take the mean value here. Okay, mean value of the rest of the record. Have a look on the records now. So there are zeros here. Okay, so what I will do, I will just try to replace the zero with the mean value. Okay, how to take the mean value? Just take the sum of all these records. Understood? Now next divide by 368. And whatever the value you are getting, okay, just try to replace that zero with that the value. Okay, so this is how we are replacing the zero values in the records. Understood? So what I have done here is I'm calling one now, the library called a scalar model selection. Okay, a scalar model selection of train and split. Okay, train and split. So feature columns. Okay, so what I have done here is x value. X, I have divided the complete record into x and y value. Understood? Where x is nothing but my dependent value and y is nothing but my independent value. Understood? So here what I have done, I have called one variable called feature columns. So under feature columns, I have taken all these features. Can you see this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these are the features here. So separated, and I'm storing that one in the variable. Now the target function is outcome. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next, what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to save this one where in x and y value, where x is nothing but the dependent and y is nothing but the independent value. Next, what I'm going to do is using that train test split. Okay, I'm going to divide this entire data set. Okay, in terms of x train, x test, y train, y test. Okay, using this method, 30% I have taken for testing and 70% I have taken for the training purpose. Hope you are clear. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, so next is okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the number of zeros which are present in this column, in these columns. Okay, so how many number of zeros are there? Okay, so that can be done using this print the total number of rows. Understood? There is a method called format length. Okay, format length, then you call data. Data is having my the entire data. So missing data. Okay, so here 0 we need to find. Okay, in the array what I have done, I have mentioned here 0. So total number of zeros, how many zeros are there? 768 zeros are available. Okay, next what we have divided this. In first column, how many number of zeros? This one. Pregnancy, how many number of zeros? Okay, in the same way, glucose, how many number of zeros? Blood pressure, okay, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, okay, and these are the rest of the features. And we have found these many number of zeros are available in this respective the features. Understood? So next, what we are going to do here is whatever the zeros are there. Okay, so all those zero I'm converting into, I'm replacing that one with the mean value. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm missing value. Okay, zero, wherever zero I have, so I'm replacing that with the mean value by calling the library called imputer. There is a library called imputer. You try to replace your zeros with the mean value. There is no restriction that you have to take mean value. You can take median, mode also. Understood? So call this function called imputer, and this is saved here. Next is, okay, whatever now, since already I have divided my entire data record here in terms of x train, x test, these records are having the values zeros here. Understood? So what I'm going to do here is, since I've replaced those zero with the mean value, so I'm calling this method called fill underscore value fit transform, and whatever the x train record is there. Okay, so I'm passing that one with this method, and you try to replace your zero with the mean value. Understood? Again, I'm saving that one in terms of x train as well as x test here. Hope you are clear.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hope you are clear now. Now I have both x train value and x test value. Now next, what I'm going to do here is, okay, I'm going to call one the algorithm called random forest algorithm or random forest classifier. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm calling random forest classifier, but I'm not satisfied with the random forest classifier. You can try with XGBoost algorithm. Next we have KNN, logistic regression, SVM is there. Okay, you can try with all those things. Since my main intention here is to teach you how to deploy the model. Understood? So that's the reason what I have taken random forest algorithm. So I'm calling this one as a variable. Taken that random forest algorithm in this variable. I'm fitting the my model by passing my x train and x test function. Okay, so now next is it got fit. There is no problem. Okay, so that means random forest suits with respect to my data. Now next, what I have done here is, okay, I have imported one library here. Have a look on this called import job name. Understood? So import job name is used to convert your machine learning, whatever the work you have done in terms of model. Understood? So I have used that import job name to convert my entire whatever the work I have done in terms of the model here. Understood? So here, so I have given the name, file name. File name is what? Finalized underscore model dot sav. Sav will try to save your data in terms of sequentially, one by one. Suppose let's say, okay, so this is the record. Okay, so if I want to predict one more record here, test record. So you need to provide the data one by one. First, you need to provide the data for this, next to this. Sequentially, it try to take that data. Understood? And we are going to pass those data sequentially, one by one. Understood? By using the parameters. I'll explain that one in Django. Okay, how to pass this in the form of in terms of forms. Next, if you want to save this, since my file is saved here, finalized underscore model.sav, so it is saved here. Now I have to download this. Understood? I want to convert this one in terms of file. So what I will do, I'll try to use this method called pickle.dump. Cleared?
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, okay, pickle.dump. Okay, so my model is in this random underscore forest underscore model. Understood. So open the file name in write byte mode. Understood. Write byte mode. Okay, so this is it. Next, the moment when you run this, right? So you'll get the one more extra file. Okay, on your uh, here. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Have a look on this. Okay, so you can see this finalized model underscore model dot sav. Understood? So we got it. If you want to test in Jupyter Notebook, you can test using RB. Understood? Call load model is equal to pickle dot load. Use the method called pickle dot load. Open that file. Such that nothing but you are opening that model. Understood? So next you pass your X test data and Y test data. You get the result. As far as my model is concerned, how much accuracy we are getting here? Can someone tell me?
71.
71.
71%.
71, 72% we are getting, but I'm not satisfied with this. You can try with XGBoost algorithm also, then you can save that model. Understood? So right now my model is saved. I have saved my model. Imagine that this is my finalized model. Understood? Now next what I will do, I'll try to download this model. Okay, let's try to download this model. Select that model and download it. Okay, so right now it is in my uh, where it is. You can see the downloaded file here on my download folder. We don't want this also. You can see my downloaded folder. Okay, let's go to this PC. Let's go to this PC. So you can see the downloaded folder here. Can you see this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
this is the
sir.
final model. Okay, so imagine this is the final model now. Now we need to migrate this manually. What I will do, I'll try to migrate this one into Django. Now the most important part of this session. Okay, how to deploy this one using the Django. Okay, so to deploy the Django, first what you do is go to PowerShell. Open your PowerShell in Windows. If you are using Windows 10, okay, type PowerShell here. PowerShell. Okay, so type PowerShell and go to the exact directory where you want to create your file. So what I have done here is manually I have created one folder. One second. Let this get activated. PowerShell. Hope all of you can see my PowerShell window.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. It takes time. Hold on. It takes time. Hold on, first. It's taking a lot of time. Let me close and open. It should not take that much of time. Okay, one second. PowerShell. PowerShell. Open PowerShell. Hold on, participants. It should open. One second. Or it's no problem. We'll open with CMD. Okay, just for the demonstration, if I use CMD, can you see my CMD?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Let me try with PowerShell because PowerShell is very comfortable. PowerShell. One second. It takes time. Yes, can you see my PowerShell?
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the PowerShell. So what I will do, manually I'll try to create one folder. Okay, let me go to the exact place where all your projects are available. Have a look on this. So these are the projects what we have completed in the previous sessions. So I've created by manually I've created one folder called diabetes deployment. Okay. So what I will do, I'll just let me copy this. Uh, Copy this. Go to your PowerShell. Okay, change the directory since right now I'm in C. Okay, go to E. Okay, so CD, paste it. Okay, so right now I'm in batch 3. Okay, LS. So under LS, I think it is in CD AWS. Under AWS, we have training projects. CD training projects. Training projects. Under training projects, I have demonstration context. Sorry, demonstration context. Next is under demonstration context, I have uh, batch 3. Batch 3. Under batch 3, I think that folder is under batch 3. Batch 3. Yeah, diabetes. Can you see that folder, participant?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Okay, so this is the folder, diabetes. So right now I'm in diabetes. If you check here, diabetes, there is nothing here. Okay, let me clear this. So in this folder there is nothing here. Understood. Now next is installation of the Django. Okay, so as far as installation of the Django is concerned, so you can directly install. If it is PowerShell, PowerShell support for pip. Okay, PowerShell support for pip. Just run. You can take this command pip install. Okay, pip install Django. Django D. Okay, D Django. Type this. Enter it. Enter a sense in my system it is already installed. Understood? So it will ask me to override that Django. Understood? It's showing that already satisfied. That means it is already installed. And make sure that when you are working with the Django, since Django support for Python, understood, and you have to install the Python which is in 3 point higher version you have to install. Okay, Django support for 3 point above versions of the Python. Understood? And okay, so right now the Django is already installed in my system. So if you want to check the version, which version you are using of the Django, so you can run this command, Django dot version. Hold on. Django 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 dot version. Okay, version. So it will Django Django once again. Yeah, Django version dot version should be capital here. Django Django dot version. Okay, fine. This is a command actually. Okay, to check which version you are using. Okay, of the Django. And remember, it's better to use the latest version of the Django. The recently released, I think, it's 2.1, and your Python should be 3.0 and above. Understood? So hope you are clear with this. Next, uh, once it is installed, all those Python as well as the Django is installed, so we can create the project here. let me clear the screen now. Okay, so to clear the to clear the project, what you can do is, so there is an option called Django. Let me copy this, paste it over here. Okay, Django admin. Just take this the commands Django admin. Okay, and your method start project. Okay, give the name of the project. Let's say the project name is the project name is diabetes. Okay, diabetes demo only. Understood? So be Django hyphen admin start project diabetes. Enter it. Enter it. So it will create one the folder, okay, with the supporting documents related to the Django. So it has created. Now manually I'll go there and I'll try to see how many different files are created by default by the Django. Okay, so this is my folder. Hope all of you can see my desktop now. Okay, click on this diabetes. Okay, now you can see the one more new extra folder got created here. Can you see, participants?
Yes, sir.
Okay, diabetes demo. Okay, click on this. So the moment when you click here, you will get one more same file folder. Understood? Diabetes demo. So for the instance, just for the confusion, what is it? To avoid the confusion, let me try to rename this. Okay, I'll just try to keep the name of this one be demo. Sorry, diabetes. Okay, diabetes. Next, along with the diabetes, we are going to get one managed file. This is the main file, okay, of the Django, where almost all the execution will take place. Understood? So if I want to run the server, so we can run the server using the manage.py file. But along with this diabetes, under this folder, we are going to get these many files here, where you will be having URL, okay, where you can save all the URLs of your pages. Understood? WSGI server. Okay, we are going to use WSGI server in the production layer. Understood? So this is the init file. Okay, so rest of the default file. If you want to have certain kind of a settings, let's say you are creating one the folder, extra folder. So you need to say, okay, the Django that I have created one extra folder. Okay, and redirect that folder to specific model. We'll discuss about that. That can be done using the settings here. So hope you are clear with this. Okay, remember Django comes with, it gives the complete package here, okay, to run any machine learning the program. Okay, so how I have created, go to PowerShell. There is a method called django underscore admin start project diabetes demo. Diabetes demo is nothing but the project name here. Understood? Now next is after that. Okay, so it's time to run the server. Understood? Obviously, we need the server, no? Understood? Okay, so we need the server. So server can be run using the command called python dot. One second. I can run the server using the command called Python manage.py. Manage.py is my main file. Remember, participants. Python manage.py, and there is a method called run server. Run server. Enter it. It started executing. No such file or yes, no such file. Let me check here. Yeah, so right now I'm in this diabetes demo. So I have to enter into that diabetes demo first. Okay, enter into that library called diabetes demo. Next, ls. So under this I have managed file. Can you see this? Participants?
Yes, sir.
Swati
Yes,
ma'am?
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Under, okay, so this folder I have, okay, manage.py. If I want to run the server or if I want to activate the server, just type python, okay, python manage.py run server. Okay, run server. Enter. Okay, so here, what is happening? No. So before, let me check here. One second. I have diabetes. Yeah. One second. Here, my run server, Python run server. server should be Python manage 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 dot py. Next run server. So there was some spelling mistake. That's the reason I was getting here again. I'm getting the same error. Diabetes frozen. Once again, manage here. Start project. Django admin start project to start the subject. One second, participants. Manage manage. One second, participant. Python manage run server. This getting init function is not working. One second. ls. One second. Hear this first. ls. Let me type Python manage .py. It is working. Manage.py is working. Same way, Python manage.py run server. Hold on. Run server. Demo. Change the configuration. One second, participants. Huh? Hello, you are there?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
One second. Have some. Let me do one thing. I'll try to create one. Try to create desktop itself. Okay. CD desktop. One second. C. ls. Okay, fine, no problem. I'll try to create here itself. Okay. How to create the file? Can someone tell me? Yeah. So this is the command. Okay, so here I try to have diabetes demo. Okay, it got executed. Now next is ls, type ls diabetes cd diabetes demo. Just get in. Okay, enter into that folder. So you can see here diabetes demo here. There are two folders here. Okay, so now it's time to run the server. To run the server, Python manage.py run server. One second. Run server. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Have a look on this. Okay, so that means now the server is working. So Okay, if you want to check whether my the Django is working or not. Okay, so what you can do is go to your browser, minimize that one. Okay, don't to stop the server, otherwise it's not possible to deploy your machine learning model. Okay, just go to the URL and type here localhost. Okay, localhost, same that port number 8000. Okay, 8000 you give, enter it. Can you see this? Server is working fine.
Yes,
Swati
sir.
ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Clear.
Okay, now yeah, the server is working fine now. Okay, so now it's time to deploy our model using this server. Next time, what I will do, I'll go to my Anaconda Navigator. So this time, what I'm going to do is I have opened my Jupyter notebook, not Jupyter. What is this? Spider. Okay, so I'm using Spider now. Understood? So open your Spider. Okay, from the Anaconda Navigator. So next is go to that exact location where your Django files are available. Understood? So since my Django file is where it is in desktop, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Okay,
Yes,
it is in
sir.
desktop.
Yes, sir.
Just go to desktop. Desktop. In desktop, there is a okay, diabetes demo. Okay, click on this, select the folder. Okay, click on that one and select the folder. So here there is an option. So right now I'm in the exact location where my project is available. Understood? So next to select on file exploration. So the moment when you click on file exploration, you will get one folder by default folder. Understood? Inside that one again I'll be having one manage.py, as well as by default Django will give one database called SQLite. SQLite 3. Okay, so you can use SQLite 3, okay, for recording purposes. Understood? Hope you are clear with this. We'll manually go there, migrate there, and we'll see how our folder will look like. Okay, inside that Django folder, yeah, where it is, demo. There is demo. Yeah, demo. Okay, diabetes demo. Click here. I have manage.py and dia demo. Understood? Inside this, we have these files. Okay, VGSI server is there, URL is there, etc. etc. We have it. Understood? So I'm going to work. I'm going to open the same folder using the Spider. Understood? So here the Spider, have a look on this. SQLite server by default database is there. Manage.py is there. Now by manually, what I will do, I'll try to copy that model, whatever the model we have designed. Okay, so in this folder called dia demo, go to downloads, copy this, finalize model.sav. Okay, right. Next, what I will do, I'll just paste it over here. And always remember, you try to place your model on the default location. Same way, okay, so model you just try to place where your manage.py file is there. Hope you are clear. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, so here, place here. Next is let's try to open this one using the QSpider. Okay, so now you can see here the effect option. You can see here finalize underscore model.sav is also available here. Now next is, okay, I need to, let's try to send the greeting message first. Understood? So greeting message in the sense I want to replace this, whatever the server I'm running, I want to replace that one with my file, HTML file. So to do that, what I will do, I'll just go to dia, this folder. Okay, please concentrate here. Since inside this I have these many folders, URL, I'm more concerned about this two folder right now, settings and URL. And along with this one, I need one more folder, okay, the folder called view. So I'll create one view folder. Okay, just right click on this, go to new, okay, hit on file. Hit on, type here views. Committed mistakes. Okay, views, VIEWS.py. Okay, save it. Save it. Okay, so under this, go to this folder. You can see one new file here. Can you see this? Views.py. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, views.py. Just hit on this. Okay, so now you can see in the Spider. So that means the blank file got opened now. Okay, so next is what I will do. I'll just try to import, okay, Django now. So that means I'll try to perform response. Okay, so response method I need, okay, so that I can display whatever the contents are there, okay, in the this view files. So to do that, I'll use from Django, okay, Django, or else if you can call Django, Django.http. Okay, the Django.http import, okay, import HTTP, H should be capital, TTP, okay, HTTP response the R should be capital here, response. Now you define one, okay, so one page, understood. So I'll define one page, let's say define definition and name of the page be home here, and I'm performing a request. I'm requesting some content, understood. Okay, request. Next is here, okay, let's try to return the values. Returning the values is nothing but I'm going to display this one on my HTML browser, and to display on the HTML browser, I'll use this HTTP response method, understood. HTTP response. HTTP response. Just try to put some contents here. This is my first page, or this is my home page. Home page. This is my home page. Fine. Here, participants.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. You have to, and one more thing, since if you are saying first time Django, you have to practice. Okay, at least 2 times you have to practice, then you will get the idea how Django works. Okay, so let's try to run this first. Okay, let me try to run here. Then after that, I'll try to run on the server. So you can see title. Okay, no problem. So here it's already saved. Let me try to run this first, just to check whether is there any typo mistake or not. So if it is, it's not working, no problem. Okay, so this is a response one. Home request HTTP Django. Okay, so Django.http import HTTP response. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's try to run this. To run this, I'll go to my server. Okay, so go to server, hit on this, but it will not. Okay, so it will not display here because we need to do some more modification in the other file. That is nothing but the URL. Okay, so we need to call this view. Whatever the file I have called here, have a look on this. Whatever the file I have called here, that is called the view. Okay, where is that view? Whatever the file I have called here, view. Okay, I need to call this one now the URL. Understood? URL will be controlling all the number of files what you have created inside the view, or you take any pages what you have created. That everything will be controlled by the URL. All the things we should must go through this URLs dot file. Okay, so let me try to open this URL dot file. Okay, so since this is just a documentation, I'll just try to delete this. I don't want this. Okay, so I'm more concerned about this part. Django from django.contrib. Okay, so this library I need for the administration. Next, this is the part. Along with this one, okay, I need to call my view file also. To call view file, okay, so what you can use from dot. Dot means the home directory or the root directory. Always remember. Okay, dot means the root directory. Okay, import views. Views is just this folder. I'm going to call this view folder, and my main page is available in this view.file. And through this URL, it will pass, URL will pass that one to the server. Understood? So again, okay, since this is for the admin part, again, I need to call one more path. Okay, call path equals to path equals to say by default. I'll try to have default now. Okay, if you want to give default, whoever is visiting the site, okay, they must go through the default page. My default page is the home page. Understood? So you can mention this home page by using this symbol. Understood? Views. Okay, views dot home. Views dot home. I try to give some name for this home page. Okay, home is what views this page. Participants, hope you are getting okay the concept. You views this page. Have a look on this. Views this page. View is this page. Under this page, I have a method called a home. Clear?
Home.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm calling that view dot home. View dot home. Okay, so that means it is kind of an hierarchy I'm going to have here. Now by default, what I will do, I'll try to give the name for this one. I'll try to give some context here. Okay, if you want to give some context, so you can use the name. Okay, and give the name for that home page. Okay, so now next time, so if you want to call this views dot home, just directly you call home. Understood? Directly you call home, so it will redirect you to this location, this path, okay, which is nothing but my index.html. Okay, close this one. Okay, as for the format. Next is save this. Save this. Let's try to run this now. Okay, let's try to run this. Okay, so shift and enter. Let's see. It's not working. It's not working. Can you see this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
No.
This is
Yes,
my
sir.
home page.
Yes, sir.
It's working. That means now my home page got is created. Home page is created now. Hope you are clear.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now I have to pass my model now. Okay, and I have to pass the parameter, and my model should be able to analyze or classify, and it gives the result. Understood? Through this page. Understood? So what I will do, since I have created one page, I need one more page. One page is to pass the parameter, and after passing the parameter, the model will analyze. So after analyzing by the model, okay, result will come. So that result I will try to display in other page. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so two pages we need. Okay, one is to process the data, another one is to display the data. Okay, nothing but the result here. Okay, hope you are clear with this. Next is, okay, so next is, since this is only for, remember, uh, same process we follow. Same process we follow for almost all the pages. Got a point. But when it comes to website is a collection of pages. Huge lot of pages will be there. Understood. So we cannot call individual pages in the views. So generally what we do, we try to maintain one more folder called a templates. Understood. So let's try to create one template here. Okay, inside this. Uh, Hold on. Let me go to this. This right now I'm in this directory now. This is this directory. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right now I'm here. Okay. Right now I'm here. Manually I'll try to create. Okay. So just for the understanding purpose. What I will do, I'll just try to. Okay. Let's try to go to this folder. This is my main folder now. Right now I'm in desktop. Have a look on this. In this desktop, I'm in this desktop. This is my project. Okay. So here what I will do, I'll try to create one more folder here called templates. Don't commit any mistake here. Okay, templates. Okay, and all my files are going to store inside this templates. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So template got created. So I've created template. Now let's go to Spider. So you can see the effect. Can you see templates are available here? Now,
Yes, sir.
okay, so template is available. Now all the HTML page you take, result page you take. So all those I'm going to design inside this template page. Let's try to go to template. Let's try to create one page called home. Okay, right click on template. Okay, give the name as home.html. Okay, save. Save it. Now you can see, okay, the moment when you hover over to this, there is one page called home.html. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can see, Now next
Yes,
is, since it is an HTML, we need a general syntax. So I'll try to copy the general syntax of the HTML. General syntax. I think you are familiar with HTML pages.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so general syntax of HTML. General syntax. let me copy somewhere. So here it is now. Here is the general syntax of SQL. One second. I'm lazy to type the general syntax of HTML. W3 is good. I think here I can find that. Syntax. Okay. So yes, I got the general syntax. This is the general syntax of HTML. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, go to your home page, go to Spider. This is your home page, paste it over here. Okay, paste it over here. Let me try to, just for your understanding, I'll try to arrange this. Title, head section. Next we have body section, H1 tag, P1 tag, so body section. Next we have, okay, HTML tag. Okay, I don't want, I will not explain this. I think you guys are familiar with this general syntax of HTML. So let's say please enter the values. Please enter the values here. Nothing but the parameters I'm asking. Understood? So this is diabetes.demo. Title, let's say the diabetes.demo. Diabetes. Okay. Demo. Save this. Okay, so already I have saved now. So after that, after creating, okay, so now I need to redirect this one to the views. Okay, so again you go to Django and open views. Already views are there here. Understood? So now I'm not remember. Now in this case, in the first session, what I did, so I just called one method inside the one page. Now I have to render the entire page, that is called home.html. Hope you are clear. Okay, so here I had method. Okay, so only method I called here. Understood? Now I want to render nothing but I want to fetch the entire HTML page here. Okay, to fetch the entire HTML page, generally what we do, so we use one method called render. Okay, call render. HTML page. Hold on. To fetch the entire HTML page, call the method called from Django dot shortcuts. Okay, shortcuts. Django dot shortcuts. Okay. Import render. Okay, so render method will import the entire HTML page. Okay, so render. I think we might have seen this one in class. Render method. Okay, so next is okay. Now we need to modify my the home page. Okay, so to modify the home page, what I will do, I'll try to save this. Now go to home page. So here, please enter the value. 1 second, participant. One second, participants.
Okay, sir.
Inside the body, one second. Modify page. Definition inside this body. Since I don't want this, okay, so here you type definition. Definition. 1 second, participants. This should be same. Let me try to keep the same. Now here you go to views. Here is there, no? Home page is there, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Here what I'm calling, just calling the script, right? Hello.
Hello.
Participants, you are there. Swati ma'am, I'm just calling the script here, right? So what I will do, I'll try to replace this one with the entire page now. Okay, so I want to replace this one with the enter page. So to replace this one with the enter page, so what I will do, return, okay, return, okay, delete this, call the method called render. Okay, call the method called render, request, 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 comma, okay, call that HTML page. Just now what we have created, home.html page. Okay, home.html page. Next is save it. Save this one and run it. Save it, run it here. Let me see whether my server will fetch, instead of fetching the script, whether it will fetch the entire the page of template does not accept. That means, yeah. So here template does not accept. That means it shows an error because we need to tell. Okay, so the Django server, there is one more folder. Okay, called the template. Okay, go and search there whether that your own.html page is available or not. So again, I'll go to Spider here. Inside the Spider, see, have a look on this. There is a There is a file called settings. Can you see this? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there is a
Yes, sir.
file called settings here. Inside the settings, there is an option called dir, directory. Okay. So maybe participants, you will take little time, not little time in the sense, don't take 1 month. Very quickly you should learn how to deploy this one using the Django. It's very easy, don't worry. Try at least 1 or 2 times, you will understand. dir, see, have a look on this. There is a method called dir. So here you have to mention that template name, the folder name. Okay, to check home.html inside the template folder, templates. Okay, check inside this whether that home.html folder is available or not. Understood? Templates. Any type of mistake here? No. Okay, save this. Again, you run this server. Again, you run the server. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So here, let me check my home.html. Have a look on it. Please enter the values. Understood? That means I'm able to fetch my entire home.html now. Okay, so that means what I will do, home.html, inside this home.html, I will pass my parameters. Understood? Pass the parameters or whatever the data are there. I will allow the clients to enter those data. Using the result, one more page, I'll try to display the result. Okay, hope we are clear with this. Now let's try to, next is, okay, so my home.html file is ready now. So now it's time to uh, uh, have one more called result. I'll try to, okay, create one more file called the result. Understood? So to create a result, same concept remains same here. Templates, inside the template, go to right click on inside templates. Okay, there is an option called file. Okay, so here give the name of that HTML file the result, the results.html. Understood? Save it. Save it. Can you see this? Blank file is there. Blank result.html. So next what I will do, I'll just try to copy this general syntax. The general syntax result.html. Next is, okay, so the predicted result is, here what I will do, diabetes, demo diabetes, result page. Result page. The predicted result is, the predicted result is, the predicted result is, okay, so then I will call that model after that, result is, okay, so just save it. Next is, after saving this, we need to call this where inside my, which one? Can someone tell me please? Views. Here, hope you are clear. Where I have called this was home.html file, inside view, right?
Yes, sir.
No, and view, I'm calling that from view and I'm passing that URL to where? URLs. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm creating results. I'm passing that result page to this views. View will pass that to URLs. Understood? And URL will take care of control that the entire request and sending request and fetching the data from that exact the file. So again, what I need to do here is, let me copy this again in the same way. I have to define one more method for result.html. Okay, so copy and paste it here. You just replace this one with result. Okay, result dot request. Okay, so here request, what here, just replace this one with the, can someone tell me please?
HTML. Request
Results.
Result.
Result.html.
Result.html. That's it. Understood? So that's it. Now next is, yeah, already general syntax. Let me try to check here. Yeah, general syntax is fine, no problem. So that means my home.html and result.html is ready now. Understood? Now next, again I need to modify here. Okay, so here URL is there. So and in URL I need to call that result.html file also. Okay, so that can be done using path. Same thing, copy path. Path equals to, okay, path here result. Call that the name of the file. Call the name of the file result. Next is, this is where views dot, can someone tell me? Views dot
Result.
result. Hope you are okay. Good. You views dot result. Next is comma. Give the name for this. What text?
Name is equal to result.
Name is equal to, give one name, result. That's it. Okay, result.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in the second command of path, we didn't give any path, no, sir. We have kept as empty within the codes.
Yeah, it's default. That means whoever visiting first time, okay, that they will be redirected to that particular page. Suppose let's say, okay, I have given the name of this website be, say, diabetes.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the moment when you type diabetes.com, they will be redirected to this default page, which is that one, views.home
Home
page.
page.
Understood? Okay,
Okay.
if you are coming through Google's, that will be, you will be redirected to that page. A result will be save. I'm saving where in this result.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay. Okay.
If you are let's say, third page is there, so you can have path dot third page. You can give the name. Hope you are clear.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
So it's very simple. Okay, that Django is very simple. Next is, it's time to, okay, call the model. Okay, and the parameters also. Listen carefully. Okay, like how I'm calling my model and how I'm passing the parameters of the whatever the model we have designed using those parameters. Okay, so here go to your home.html. So this is the area from where I'm going to pick the data. Okay, please enter the value. After that, I'll try to create one form. How to create one form? I'll use form tag form action. Okay, so right now I'll keep the action as it is. So I don't want to perform any actions here. Okay, I'll come to this one later. Okay, here action. I need to close the form. No, let me try to close the
Yes,
form.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Close the form. Hold on, participants. Next is, okay, so we need to call all the parameters. Let's go to Jupyter Notebook. Let's go to Jupyter Notebook now. Where is my code? This is the code, right? Okay, so this is the code. Have a look on this. So these are dependent variable. Call the dependent variable here. Have a look on this. So these are dependent variable, no? Pregnancy, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, etc.
Yes,
or
sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We need to
Yes,
pass
sir.
the values. Okay, for this one, we need to get the values from the client here. Understood? So after getting the client, we will be passing that value to the model. Model will predict whether it is 1 or 0. Understood? So here, okay, so to fetch these values from the client, what I will do, I'll take one by one here. Pregnancy, I will take first. Copy this. Go to your spider. Paste it over here. Okay, so next is use the form. Okay, so how to use the form? Input value. Input. Okay, input type should be text here. Type equal to text. I will not explain all these things. I hope you know. I hope you know all these things. How to create the forms, etc. So I need required file. Okay, I need required. Required. Yeah, is it mandatory? So name of this file be, let's say, pregnancies. So we give the same name, pregnancies. Next is, okay, this is it. Okay, nothing much. Next, break, BR statement I'll use. Okay, break, BR. This is it. Again, in the same way, I'll copy the next one. Same, I'll copy this. We need a rest other 8 parameters, I guess. Paste it, paste it, paste it, paste, 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 paste. Understood? Now, next, go to sorry, go to your program. Have a look at this next, which one we need?
Glucose.
Glucose. Copy
Glucose,
this
sir.
glucose. Okay, copy and paste it. Don't type it. Okay, because the whatever the parameter you're passing, same thing you have to pass in the name also. Understood? So paste it over.
Okay, sir.
Hope you are understanding the concept.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is paste it over here. Similarly, okay, blood pressure. Copy this. This may take little time. Blood pressure. Go to spider. Next, paste it over. Same thing here also paste it. It may take little time. Be patient. Next is,
Skin thickness.
yeah, what is that? Skin thickness.
Skin thickness.
Yeah, copy this skin thickness. Next is spider. Again here, paste it over here. Similarly, this also. This also. Paste it over here. After that, we have
Insulin.
insulin. We have insulin. Copy this. Paste it over here. Paste it over here. Should be insulin, no?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, any type of mistakes, please let me know parts. BMI, no?
Okay,
Next,
sir.
BMI. BMI. Here also you type BMI. For BMI, we have this one. Diabetes. Okay, very
Every function.
So next is paste it over here. Paste it here. Same way, this is also pregnancy is repeated with that function. In the same way, next we have age, right? Age.
Yes, sir.
Age. Let me repeat that one with the age. We got, okay, so we are passing all the parameters using the form. Now we need one submit button, right?
Yes,
Submit.
sir.
Yes, sir.
We need one submit button. So submit button, we can have input type submit equal to submit. Okay, equal to submit. Next is name equals to name it keep as it is. Okay, so I don't want to give any name here. Value, okay, value is equal to submit. Okay, equal to submit. Close it. So close and close the form also. Form. Okay, so I'll try to close the form also. Close the form tag. Save it. Let's see whether this works or not. I'll go to my HTML page. Sorry, this is my server. Enter it. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, have pregnancies, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, so and so. We got it. Understood. So form is ready now. So I have to pass this. Okay, so whatever the data I'm getting here, let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, let's say 4, 5, 7, let's say 8. Okay, let's say age is then, let's say 34. Let's say this is 5. Submit it. But the submission, the moment when you are submitting, no? So you can see here the data. It is I'm not able to. I'm not passing this one. So this data should go to where our model. No?
Model.
Yes
Yes,
or no?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Go to model and model should process and it should be able to predict. Understood? That work is pending. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so to do that, what I will do, uh, let's try to upload the model. Already we have uploaded the model, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have uploaded the model. Now next is go to views, go to spider. Okay, go to views. Here I need one. Here we here this is the area where we will be calling our the model. Okay, under the views. So here we need one package called joblet. Why joblet? Why joblet?
Storing,
To
for
store,
storing
yeah,
data.
model. Okay, import joblet. Import joblet. Import joblet. Import joblet, and manually now you know where is the location, what is the location of my model is here. Okay, in spider you can check model is here. Okay, here is it is a joblet. So I've called job here. Let me run this joblet whether it works fine or not. Yeah, it's working now. You can see here there is no error here, so it's working. Okay, so now next is uh, okay, so now it's time to call the model. Okay, so to call the model, so what I will do, I'll try to call this inside the result page. Okay, definition result. So this is the result page. Okay, inside this we need to call result. Yeah, result. Home page we are passing all the parameters here. Okay, inside the result page I'm going to call this model. Okay, so to call the model, I'll use one variable called CLS, or else you can use any variable here. I'm calling CLS. Okay, so there is a method called job_lib.load. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Job_lib.load. Call the model name. What is the model name? Finalize. Where is my model? Yeah, let me manually. I'll go there. Exactly that's this place. Okay, rename. Just copy this file. One second. Copy the file name. Copy the file name. Go to Spider. Paste it over here. Okay. Save it. Okay. So dot save. Next is what I will do. I'll try to use list. List. So list to pass the parameters one by one. I want to pass the parameters here. Okay, to pass the parameters, I'm using list here. In list, I'll append. I'll use the method called append to pass the parameter one by one. List dot append. List dot append. Request dot get. Request dot get. Request dot get. Get should be capital letter here. Get. Next is call that name. What is the name? First name is pregnancy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where is my HTML? So this is the first name. This is the name, pregnancy. Call this.
Yes, sir.
It is results. So not result. Where it is? Use no? Inside this. Fine. That's it. So one parameter got over, and this should be okay. It's an array, Baba. One second. I hope there are no errors. So next is the same way. We need to do it for rest of the other parameters. Paste, 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 paste. HTML, glucose you take. Again, glucose views, paste your same way. Go to this one, no? Blood pressure, paste, views. Okay, paste it over here. Same way. Next to home, skin thickness, copy and paste it. Views. Next is similarly insulin, copy, paste it over here. Next
BMI.
is yeah, BMI, BMI. Okay, Yeah, yeah, my paste it over here. Next, next is this one, diabetes
Diabetes pedigree function.
pedigree function. Okay, over here. Next we have age, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Age, delete this. So delete this.
Hello,
Next
sir.
is, yeah.
Here why we are taking this pregnancy's glucose and all.
See, mentioned that means we need to pass the parameters. See, from where we are fetching the parameters? From client, we are fetching from home HTML, not home
Ah,
HTML. Okay,
okay,
that
sir.
data now I need to pass where we are okay taking the data from user. We are taking the data from this form, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? This
Yes, sir.
data I need to pass where now? I have to pass this one to where? To my model.
Ah, okay.
Yes or
Okay,
no?
sir.
So directly
Yes,
I
sir.
cannot pass that to model. Correct?
Ah,
So what
okay, sir.
I'm going to take one list. I'll take one list. Okay, and I will pass one by one. Age, so and so parameters.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Name and this request.get will get connected here.
Okay, sir.
Understood? And make sure that whatever the name you have given here, name in this tag name. Okay, so say name should be same here also
Okay,
in
sir.
views. Hope you are clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So next is after this. Any doubt, madam?
Clear, sir.
Clear, no? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
next is let me try to let's try to test this whether this works or not. Okay. So to work, what I will do, I'll just try to use print function, print list lis. Okay, lis. Let's try to run this. Okay. So to run this, what I will do, I'll just try to run this print lis. Let's run this. Let me save this first. So run this list. It is executing. Okay, to executing to check whether it is executing or not, go to your this function diabetes. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
HTML page, refresh it. Refresh this. Hold on. Now you pass some parameters here. Let's say 2, 3, 4. Let's say 2, 1, EMI 4. Okay, this one 2. Each is let's say 36. Submit. Okay, it is executing, but if you want to check, go to PowerShell. Okay, so in PowerShell, so you can see here, get pregnancy. Have a look on this. Can you see the data?
Yes,
Pregnancy is
sir.
equal to 2,
Yes, sir.
is equal to
Yes,
3,
sir.
blood pressure is equal to 4. So that means it is passing, we are passing the data. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are passing the data to the model now. Okay. So now next is after that, okay, we need to render. Okay, where we need to paste this one, where we need to display this data or the result. We need to display this one on the result page, no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So no, we need to display this one on the result page.
Yes.
So what I will do, I'll try to use one more variable here. Go to
Post method.
slider. Yeah, post method. We need to use post method. Good. Okay, so here what I will do, I will use answer, ANS, one variable alpha, answer, CLS. CLS is having my list now, okay, where the model is available. CLS dot, there is a method called predict. Okay, predict for your list now. List, LIS. Okay, so LIS will pass all the data to your model called finalize underscore model
Model.
dot SCL.
Model.
Understood? So now next is return this, whatever the results we are getting. So I'm going to return this one where now the final result will be stored where? Inside a
Okay. ANS.
ANS.
AN.
Yes.
Okay, so now next we need to pass whatever the result is there, we need to pass that one to the result.html page. Understood? To do that one, so I'll use return equals to render. Okay, render means we are rendering. Okay, we are fetching the entire HTML page. That is result.html page. Okay, request. Okay, request. Next is result.html. Call that result.html. Okay, result.html. Now next is now next my final answer is stored where in ANS. So we need to pass that, okay, as a name now. So I'll use now array ANS, ANS. Okay, so I'll give the name for this one called ANS. So ANS. That is called context dictionary. Okay, I'm using the concept of the context dictionary to pass my value to the next page here. Okay, hold on. So let me save this. I've saved this. The next is after saving this,
Sir,
uh,
sir, do we require two times, sir? Return the result for .html here, or
yeah,
once
yeah,
it is
ma'am,
enough?
yeah. You can call result.html. Yeah, one is enough, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, one time is enough. This I don't want.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so now next is here. Uh, one thing, yeah, in form we have not given, okay, we have the URL where we need to pass the data. Let's go to, let me save this. This is the here, have a look on this. Action, it is pending, no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Where
sir.
this data should go? Can someone tell me? It should go to result page, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It should go to result page. So in here, generally what we do, it's Django is so simple that okay, you just call the name of the result .html page. Understood? Everything will be taken care by the Django. Understood? I really enjoy working with the Django. Understood? Once you are able to understand the Django, it's very easy. Okay, deployment is very easy. Trust me. Of the machine learning. Okay, so here to call that, okay, so you can use this function, okay, like this. Sorry. Here, so like this, open braces or curly braces. Now next is percentage. You need to call percentage, percentage. Percentage here, one more percentage here. Starting and beginning. Now next is you need to call URL, URL. Okay, and which URL you want to pass? I want to pass this one in the result. Okay, result. Result is a name, remember. So if you have look on, let's go to view now. Okay, so result is a name here, not here. URS, go to URS. See, have a look at this. Result is a name here, context name, and it will redirect you to the views.results. Hope you are clear.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so right now, this is my home page. Yeah, result.here. And one more thing, since whether my form is closed, I have not closed the form, no?
No, sir. No,
Okay,
sir. Not
let's
closed.
try to close the form. Now next is phishing attacks. Okay, malware. There are possibilities that people will try to hack and or crack your system, the model. Understood? So we can avoid this one from the phishing attack by using CSRF model. Understood? Call this tag. Always make a best practice. Okay. Always try to call this CSRF tag. Okay, which will protect your model from fishy attacks. Uh, okay, percentage. Next is CSRF. Okay, underscore token. CSRF token you use. Okay, CSRF token. Yes, done. Save it. Okay, save it. Next is go to your result page. Okay, now my final result is where I've stored that the final result in ANS. Okay, answer. Okay, go here. Next here, the predicted result is. So what I will do, the predicted result is, I'll call that ANS. ANS. The predicted result is this one. ANS. Next is in the tag, H1 tag. Okay, save it. Just a second. So we are working settings, result page, home page, URLs, views,
Views.
and template. Inside the template we have home.html and result.html. That's it.
Amen.
Okay, so I'm going to upload this one in YouTube channel. You can refer, practice it. Understood? One or two time practice, you will understand. Okay, how to deploy the machine learning model using Django. Understood? So next is uh, refresh this. Let's go to HTML page. Or else what you can do is Localhost. One second. Because my system is bit slow, that's the reason I guess. Not able to localhost. Localhost. Hold on. Okay. One second. Let me see if you are in problem. HTML is not that. Let me check here. I think the K mode of the error is there. Unintended does not match list. What is that problem? CLS predict. Have a look on this. There is some problem here. LIS. What is that?
Yes, sir.
CLS. URLs not here. Here it is. What is that error? List. CLS LIS. Functions. Answer CLS dot predict. Have a look on this participant.
Okay,
Kindly
sir.
check. LIS. Predict. Predict PREDICT. Predict CLS. CLS equals to job list. Job list dot code. Finalized. Save it. Here list. CLS predict list. What is the problem here? Should be let me run this. Unexpected answer AMS. AMS. What is that AMS? AMS. So default AMS. CLS dot. Here AMS results. Let me run this. AMS return. Return should be yes. Hope this will run. Let me run again the server. Hold on first. It's not working. Problem. That is that import render return dot render request dot html result dot html no should be result dot html.
HTML.
Some type mistakes are there.
Yes, sir.
Let me run now.
Sir, I think return should not have such a spaces.
Which spaces?
Uh, Starting line spaces, sir. It should be following the above lines. I mean, it was taking a tab spaces more, sir.
Right
Yes, sir.
now. See this. HTML page. Okay. Server is running fine. No problem. Anyways, so hold on. I have another copy. Another copy. 1 second. Let me stop this. Control D. Okay, Control D. Type Control D. Now I'm out of the clear. So let me come out of this. CD. Go to E. Here I have Android Django course. Django. CD. Django. Yes. Same. Okay. Same project. Yesterday I was practicing this. There's no much difference here. We'll see. Okay, what problem we was facing here. Django. Yes. Yeah. CD. Diabetes. LS. So here manage dot same thing. Okay, so let me run this Python manage dot py run server. Run server. Hold on. Server is started executing. So next is go to Spider, change the location of the project. Okay, so my project is right now here. I'm right now here. So let me try to change the project now. So go to E, Django, Diabetes, this one, selected. Okay, so this is the same files. Of the templates I have. Home dot. We was finding difficult here, right? Participants.
Yes, sir.
We had some problems here, right?
Yes, sir.
This is my, not this one. I think we had problem here. Diabetes view. Have a look at that. So this is a view.
Not good.
Yeah. So view. This is the view. There is no I think while because of the integration problem, we was finding some the problem, I guess. Okay. So let me run this. Next is go to URL localhost. Localhost. Page title. Have a look at this. Okay. So same diabetes detection. The next is give the parameters. One, let's say 3, 5, next 6, say 2, 4, 4, page, let's say 37. Submitted. It is redirecting now. It is redirecting to the result page. 1 second. One second. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, madam. Yeah. Ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. According to that data, okay. So the candidate, that patient,
Not
that client is not having what? Diabetes.
diabetes.
Okay, we can modify this. Remember, we can do a lot of things since we are getting the parameters data here of the patients. So one copy you can save it in the database. Understood? Right?
Okay.
Later on, when you have 500, 600 records, again you can include that data set also. Okay, include the data set again. You try to redefine your model. Understood? So more and more data you are going to get here. Hope you are clear with this.